The House also considered a report of the Committee on Judiciary on a bill for an act to repeal the Area Court Act Cap 477, Laws of the Federation of Nigeria, which Honorable Bala Ibn Na'ala from Kebbi State moved. It was put to vote and the report was adopted. Sitting of the House on Thursday, 20th of May, was not without chaos, and some members threatened to walk out when proceedings seemed not to be right with them.
The House had 3 bills for the day, and they were all voted in for second reading. The first and second bills, which were bills for an act to repeal the Nigerian Export Processing Zones Authority and a bill for an act to provide for free zones in Nigeria, had been a hot debate on the floor since the last sitting. The argument over these 2 bills had been if they were similar or different.
To tell the evils of free zones, then the regulator should not be a player like we have in other regions of the world. My colleague mentioned Malaysia, Dubai, and all whatnot. They became Asian tiger today because of what they did with their free zone. So while there are 22 currently free zones in Nigeria, others are still seeking for licensing. But unfortunately, the man who licenses them is also the regulator. You can't be playing and be a keeper at the same time.
It has to do with the coastal states. The EPZ has to do with the coastal states. For instance, Lagos, Calabar, and Port Harcourt. And River State. Why the trade zone, the trade free zones has to do with anywhere in the country. So we should be mindful that these 2 things can be put together, but we allow the information from the committee chairman on commerce to be so that we don't make mistakes in trying to approach them.
What we should do is to develop our own free zones and make sure that it is a medium for tourist attraction and economic boom for this country. Anything more, anything less, Mr. Speaker, will just be beating about the bush.
After so much debate, the bills were consolidated and passed for second reading. Now it was time for what most of the members had been waiting for since last week, the vote on whether the country should run a multi-party system or two-party system. Voting did not take place last week on the premise that members did not come with a voting card.
When the Meji Bankole joined the committee to vote, rowdiness erupted. Not because he joined, but because there was division and arguments of some sort from members. This went up for about 25 minutes. When everyone finally calmed down, the speaker made an announcement.
Simple voice vote. And the first vote will be either we want a two-party or not. That's the first vote. Hold on. So the question is this, honorable colleagues, the question is this. Those in favor of two parties, please say aye. Aye. Those, the honorable member from Kano State, please do not use your microphone again. I'm going to say it again. Those in favor of a two-party system, please say aye. Aye. Those against, please say nay. The nays have it. Take your seats.
And I guess it was after so much consolidation.
Yeah, so much consolidation.
But the style of voting did not go that well with some members who were asking why the voting was not done electronically.
Point of order, Mr. Speaker. Point of order, Mr. Speaker.
The Speaker then proposed an idea he thought would solve the problem, but this did not go down well.
Some members are not satisfied. Yes. No problem. We divide the House.
Mr. Chairman, point of order. 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 Point of order, Mr. Chairman. Point of order. Point of order. Point of order. Multi-party. Multi-party. Mr. Chairman! Point of order. It's not by voting.
No, dividing. What is the difference? Why do we have cards here if you are not going to vote with cards? Point of order.
At the end, voting was conducted, but without the electronic card.
In the Committee of the Whole, resume consideration of the report on the Special Ad hoc Committee on the Review of the 1999 Constitution. On the bill for an act to establish the Independent National Electoral Commission, regulate the conduct of federal, state, and area council elections, and to repeal the Electoral Act 2006 for related matters 2010, and rejected the proposed amendment of Clause 80 sub 1 by the following votes. Abstain 1. Abstain 1. Votes for two-party system 48. Vote for more than two-party system 172.
172 votes rejected the amendment for two-party system. 48 were for two-party system, while one person abstained from voting. Some members were strongly bitter about the manner in which the votes were
What happened today was fraudulent. That's how I would describe it. We have these cards. We've been yearning for these cards for a long time. We finally have them, and they refuse to allow us to use them. Look, it's not about winning or losing. It's about voting for my conviction. So if you allow members to use these cards, it really doesn't matter. It could be 10 to 360. It makes no difference. But the fact that we're not allowed to use this card shows that there's something, somebody's afraid of. And it's a sign of many things to come. And I want to appeal to all Nigerians that as 2011 comes, be sure to defend your votes. Speak out against oppression, speak out against injustice. And even if you look at our house rules, what we even did today is wrong. What we've been doing has been wrong. It allows for electronic voting. But we've been voting that way because this wasn't working. Now it is working. There's actually no reason not to use these cards for voting. So what happened today is absolutely unacceptable. It is fraudulent, and we will resist it.
I'm satisfied because we follow the house rules. And what the house rules says that if there's something like that, the speaker can call for the division of the house. And that was exactly what he did today.
But the electronic voting system is working. Why was it not used?
You can use the electronic system. Most members don't come with their card today. And if they are not there with their card today, we can't distract them from voting. And that's why you call for the division of the house. Just the same thing. Call for the division of voting through the card. And this is even open.
I would want you to ask Mr. Speaker is, please give us the register that shows where those who are for the position that carried the day appended their signature.
The people that voted for, multi-party system were there. The ones that voted for two-party system were there too. And they physically took the numbers and the names of all the members. So the issue of signing or not signing is never done anywhere before.
The most convenient way of making sure we do this exercise in a very transparent way is to conduct it with our voters' card.
We have 3 patterns of voting: either voice vote, electronic vote, or physical counting. Yeah. And I believe that if you are talking about true democracy, if you're talking about true representation, and if you are talking about getting the right thing done, physical counting is more important than electronic counting. Because in electronic counting, a member can use your card, another member's card, to vote for that member. But in physical counting, you have to be there present. I believe the speaker took the right option.
In my belief, there is some kind of hidden agenda, there is an ulterior motive, and this exercise, as far as I'm concerned, lays to waste the claim of the president that he wants to conduct a free and fair election in 2011. It's hogwash, it's bollocks, absolute and arrant nonsense what went on there a few minutes ago.
Senator Rachel Uwa, I would ask you,
okay,
do you think what happened in the House was a true reflection of democracy?
Well, I think it was, because it was simple. Those for two-party system and those for the multi-party system. I mean, it was simple. All we needed to do was just to count. But I feel as Nigerians, we always want to talk. That was just what created chaos in the House.
All right. And that's so much we can take on this week's edition of the House Report. Thank you for logging on. My name is Adeshaya Adebumi.
And I am Rachel Uwa.